So we're about an hour out of the Wagga Wagga, and we've called into Gundagai. What a cute little setting for a town. Nice little rolling hill. We've just pulled outside the information centre. Tracy's reading up about Dad, Dave, Mum and Mabel.
Characters from a long-running radio series.
Oh, nice. We're going to go try and find the dog at the Tuckerbox, which is quite famous. Alright, we've just finished up walking around the town of Gundagai. Beautiful day, so it was a lovely walk. There's some really cool history here, up and down the main street. So we captured a little bit of it, which we'll share, but really cool little funky town. We just stopped into, and I've got to find the name, I'm just going to Google it, but the cafe that had its billboard saying best coffee. The Coffee Peddler, it's called. The Coffee Peddler. So this is definitely not a plug or anything, but we just thought we'd have a coffee. For those that know us, our standard coffee is a double shot almond milk cappuccino. There's a story behind the almond milk which we can share. So Trace and I, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, I can't remember, we watched that documentary about basically about going vegan, vegetarian, and so we did it for a while, and then we probably did it for about, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months. We felt really good, but the problem is we were eating the same thing, so it got pretty hard, probably like most things, change of lifestyle and dietary. Anywho, we booked for our wedding anniversary to go to America for 2 weeks. Just Trace and I, we left the kids at home, and we flew with Air New Zealand. Again, not a plug for Air New Zealand, but we flew with them. They gave us, we flew premium economy, I think. They gave us some pretty cool vegetarian meals. We got to LA, we might have been flying to Vegas, I can't remember, but we went in the lounge and I looked at Trace and she looked at me and I was like, there is no way we can come to America and not have meat for 2 or 3 weeks. So we kind of made a pact that, you know what, we'd get back on the meat for the holiday, and then we'd go back to like trying to get back on eating a bit cleaner and you know, trying to get that back in. Never happened, but the only 2 things we could never get back on was dairy milk, so that's why we have almond, and margarine or butter. We're massive Nutlix fans, so still like butter, but I'd prefer Nutlix. So anyway, that's why we have the almond milk cafe. Bit of knowledge there for roaming with the Lees. Anyway, the coffee from the Coffee Peddler. We usually get double shots, so it was a little bit weak. Trace and I just said that was probably the only downside. A little bit cold, but nice. The beans were good earthy beans. Don't know who they use. I'd probably give it 3.25 out of 5 for coffee. But yeah, only my humble opinion, but definitely stop. The town is cool. We're just going to head out now to see the dog in the Tuckerbox, and then push on through to Canberra, which is about an hour and a half, so we'll keep you in the loop on the way there. Huge. Just landed in Canberra, so we're staying at Epic, which we weren't sure what it meant, but it's Exhibition Park in Canberra, which is cool. Trace is just checking us in. We're kind of on the outskirts of the city, so there's a tram stop nearby, which we'll jump on the tram hopefully tomorrow. But over there is the Canberra Thoroughbred, the jockey club, and then we believe down here tonight too, I think there's some cheats and seats running tonight. We're at the harness racing ground, so we might see some trots. We might be able to bring you some footage of trots, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, in beautiful Canberra, man. It's a beautiful day actually. It's 18 degrees. Meant to be 2 overnight, so we'll see how we go. Might have to run the heater in Old Hoodsey for the night. But yeah, we had actually a really cool trip. We stopped at Tucker on the box, the Tuckerbox, the dog on the Tuckerbox, I beg your pardon. And we ended up chatting to an older couple that are travelling around, probably for about 20 minutes, half an hour. They were lovely. So a little bit behind time, but it's good to bump into some travellers and have a chat. So yeah, just waiting for Trace and we'll go and set up and then we do need to go and get some clothes for dinner.
Definitely deserves top billing here at the odds. It's now trouble in heaven. It's just a little bit slow to move up. It will catch the field, no problems at all. And Frieson's just a little way off the arm. So we're just about right. The Loretta Estates Winery pace favourite goes from 2 and has been well found late on. Set to go. Signal, racing. Friesen from the inside began okay, not as fast as Rock and Roll Times, who's going in search of the early lead. Fresh Prince on the outside.
Alright, so we're just about to explore Canberra. Day one. We had an awesome night last night at the Trots, and one of the cool things that Trace and I've enjoyed is bumping into talking to other travellers and hearing their stories. We met a lovely couple last night called Kate and Greg. I don't think they'll ever see this video, but if they do, we miss them this morning. They got up and left, but they left us a beautiful note. We had a few wines and a couple of beers with them last night at the Trots, but one thing I'll say about what we love about caravanning is just meeting people. The funny story is when we pulled up, he knew Trace's name because he extended his stay, and the lady kept saying, "Oh, is your wife Tracy?" There's a bit more to that story than that, but it was quite good. Broke the ice. Anyway, we'll let you know how Canberra day was.